to see everyone today. And it's also wonderful that young people are standing up and learning about their government and learning that they have power. We have power together. And together we will overcome. We will overcome. I'd like to introduce a young, energetic warrior, Hannah Kraus, Palouse Upstanders.
That might be the best introduction ever. Wow, every time I come up here, I always wonder why I do this, because it's a little scary, I have to say. But I think it's really important to be heard and say all the things that are just happening that are wrong. And I think we've all heard that those who fail to learn from history were doomed to repeat it again. Yet as I watch the news and I hear the things that are happening, I think it's pretty clear that we are repeating history. The majority of us are here as Americans simply because our forefathers, hundreds of years ago, they came to America. They saved us from some of the things that our refugees have to deal with. We don't have to worry, is a bomb going to fall on our house? We don't have to worry if enemies are going to come and take us away from our homes. Well, not yet. So I think it's really important. We can love who we want, we can worship how we wish, all because our ancestors came to America. So I've been lucky enough. I live all over the United States. I've traveled the world. I've met thousands of people, asked millions of questions. Anyone that knows me, I'll probably talk your ear off and ask you lots of questions. But through all of these travels, what I've learned a few things. And I will say that regardless of skin color, we are all one. Regardless of gender, sexual identification, we are all one. Regardless of political affiliation, and I know not everyone agrees with this, but we still are all one. Regardless of your country, your religion, we are all one. We are all human, and we all deserve a chance at a better life. Since 1886, the Statue of Liberty has welcomed immigrants at the end of their long journey as a symbol of freedom and a promise of a new life. At its base, a poem by Emma Lazarus, a descendant of Jewish immigrants, the New Colossus. Not like the brazen giant of Greek fame, with conquering limbs astride from land to land. Here at our sea-washed sunset gate shall stand a mighty woman with a torch, whose flame is the imprisoned lightning, and her name Mother of Exiles. From her beacon hand glows worldwide welcome. Her mild eyes command the air-bridged harbor that twin cities frame. Keep ancient lands, your storied pomp, cries she with silent lips. Give me your tired, your poor, your huddled masses yearning to breathe free, the wretched refuse of your teeming shore. Send these homeless, tempest-tossed to me. I lift my lamp beside the golden door. While this is not legislature, this is the core of America, and we must remember we are all one.
Okay, people, dig down one more time, because you know what? We got to take that hate, we've got to take the negativity, and we got to turn it into love. So you know what I'm going to ask you to do? I'm going to ask you to say yes. Are you ready?
Yes.
Are you ready?
Yes.
Muslims?
Yes.
Jews?
Yes.
Christians?
Yes.
Sikhs?
Yes.
Atheists?
Yes.
Agnostics?
Yes.
Hindus?
Yes.
Buddhists?
Yes.
Religious freedom?
Yes.
Religious freedom?
Yes.
That's what I thought you'd say. And now, somebody's going to give a voice. In fact, two people are going to give a voice to people who are afraid to speak.
I speak for her. I was going to finally see my parents after 4 years, but now that won't happen. I stand with her.
Well, here we are again in just 2 weeks. I think this is becoming a new normal. We got to keep standing up and resisting. Protesting and resistance is becoming the new normal with this administration. There's a lot to say no to and a lot of new direction we need to go into. And I love this sign, ban, ban, and not immigrants. He does not deserve to be on the National Security Council. Your senators need to hear from you. There are lots of people being appointed to positions that don't deserve those positions, and they need to hear from you constantly. Your president, your new president, needs to hear from you that this is not okay. And now, we saw last night in the news that your governor needs to hear from you. That is unacceptable for the governor of this state to pronounce that we're going to have that we need to have some kind of religious preferences for travel to the United States. That's not okay, and that's not American. That's not what we stand for in this country. No, it's not. There is. That's right. I have this statement that I'd like to read, and I will speak for him. My wife and I got married a month ago. I left Iran for Pullman earlier as the visa process took longer for my wife. I am not sure when I will see her again. I stand with him.
I'd like to introduce to you an Iranian immigrant working at WSU, Shireen Shahsevand.
Hi everyone. I wish I had actually gone first because all these great speakers kind of, it's very hard to go after them. But here I am, an Iranian immigrant, standing up for what I believe in and what I think is very unfair. So before I start, I would like to thank every one of you for standing here with us today. Every one of you inspires me. Every one of you gives us hope. I cannot begin to express my gratitude to those who've made this rally happen. Becky and Kimberly, if you raise your hands. Well, Becky's here, Kimberly's there. I don't know what to say to you except that I will always be indebted to you for your kind hearts, for your generosity, for your support. And, of course, for meeting with me on a Sunday night at the food co-op. Thank you, Palouse Proactive. Thank you, Upstanders. Thank you, the Unitarian Universalist Church of the Palouse. Thank you, Elizabeth Stevens, for inspiring us all. Thank you, Adam Hartz of Pullman, for donating this great speaker system. I love it. Thank you, the Peace Band, for your wonderful, beautiful music. Thank you, Tom Hansen, for capturing memories. This is going to be great. So you will all see on our Facebook page the photos that Tom has captured, and I'm sure some of them are already there. Tom! Thank you, Kate Fox Amato, for your beautiful poster that you see there. I would also like to thank WSU and U of I for standing for their international students, for their immigrant family. Thank you. I'd like to thank WSU student groups who've helped greatly in publicizing this event and offered their support along the way. Iranian Student Association, unity at WSU, who Sydney Johnson is not here today, but they're great. If you're part of WSU, make sure you go to their meetings. It's amazing what they do. The Crimson Group, the Muslim Student Association, I have Vidad here with us, and she's the president of the Muslim Student Association. And I also want to congratulate everyone on our victory last night. That was a historic moment. Thank you, Governor Jay Inslee. Thank you, Attorney General Bob Ferguson. Thank you. So I want to start by talking about who the real immigrants are. And unlike what we are usually portrayed on TV, I want to give you some examples. We have about 300 students and faculty members here in Poland and Moscow alone, from those 7 banned countries only. Now, these immigrants, they work hard, they contribute to science, and they contribute to U.S. economy. And they win national awards, they publish publications, so they are contributing every day. On the national level, these immigrants from the banned countries have won field medals. They have won awards in arts and science. They have worked for NASA building Mars rovers. They have worked tirelessly in labs to find a cure for cancer. They have founded successful companies, and they have helped the American economy grow. And of course, they've paid taxes, and they've fought in our army more than what we can say about some people in the White House. Despite all the sadness and anger that the executive order created this past week has restored my faith in humanity. And let me tell you why. When I heard about the ban, I was devastated. I was angry. I was sad. At one point, we actually looked into moving back to Canada, which was our home for 6 years. Then I turned on the news and I saw people, American or not, showing up at the airports to support their immigrant brothers and sisters, to support refugee families, and to support their Muslim neighbors, just as you're doing today. I saw lawyers lining up to help them pro bono. Then I looked around myself and I saw the police community standing with me. That gave me hope, and that reminded me why I chose this great country as my home. That reminded me what one person or what one group of people says and does not make America what it is. It is the love, the kindness, the compassion, the respect, the inclusivity, the acceptance that make America what it is. And let me tell you, America is great. Someone actually advised me that speaking here today might cause some trouble for me, and they may be right. I thought about it a lot, and I realized a lot of us have chosen this great country because we were tired of living in fear. Fear of not being able to speak up. Fear of not being able to express our concerns. And fear of not being able to raise our voices. If raising my voice here today, if exercising my First Amendment right, if speaking up for my immigrant and refugee brothers and sisters is something that's going to get me into trouble, then let that be. The America that silences its people, it would not be the America that I want to live in or raise my kids in. To all my Iranian friends, to all my friends from the 7 banned countries, to all my Muslim friends, to all my undocumented friends, to all my LGBTQ friends, to all my American friends, I salute you and I stand with you. I know what a rough couple of weeks we've all had. And your being here shows that we are ready to fight this. We will not stand quiet. We will not let them take our rights away. And we will emerge stronger than ever, just as we already have. My immigrant and refugee brothers and sisters, we can fight this injustice. Just look around you. You are surrounded by love and kindness. And if there is one thing that I want you to feel in your heart today, it is that love, kindness, and compassion still exist in this world. Thank you all. I would like to thank you so much. I would like to end my speech with a poem from Martin Niemöller. It's about the Second World War and the Nazis. First, they came for the socialists, and I did not speak out because I was not a socialist. Then they came for the trade unionists, and I did not speak out because I was not a trade unionist. Then they came for the Jews, and I did not speak out because I was not a Jew. Then they came for me, and there was no one left to speak for me. Thank you.